The Sicilian defense controls the d4 square with c-pawn. g3 prepares to fianchetto, the light-squared bishop, to g2, where it will control the g6 prepares to fianchetto, the dark-squared bishop, to g7, where it will sit on. Bishop g2 develops the bishop to control the long light diagonal. Bishop g7 develops the bishop to control the long diagonal, developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. Black develops the knight and attacks the center. Solid. Continuing with standard opening theory. There were worse moves, but also something much better. The bishop is ready to be developed to an active square. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Recaptures. This strikes at the center with a pawn, trying to gain space. This permits the opponent to force an isolated pawn. This misses an opportunity to force an isolated pawn. This misses a better way to develop a knight off its starting square. The game was close to equal, but now white has the advantage. Castling kingside tends to be safer than queenside because the king is further from the center, developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. Advancing the pawns in front of the king can compromise the king's safety. Black develops further, developing the bishop and increasing influence in the center. This is not the right idea. This misses a much better move. This overlooks an opportunity to centralize a knight so it controls more squares. Right on target. Applying pressure to white's pawn chain. This isolates a pawn, which is a weakness. This overlooks an opportunity to recapture a piece. There were worse moves, but also something much better. That's fine. The knight finds a new active square. This misses an opportunity to win a tempo by threatening a rook. This prevents the opponent from being able to win material through a tactic. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. A straightforward recapture. This threatens to win material through a tactic. This stops the opponent from being able to win material through a tactic. One of the best moves. With the rook now developed as well, white has all pieces ready for action. This is the strongest option. Very precise. Black's knight has moved to a square with greater activity and control. Advancing the pawns in front of the king can compromise the king's safety. This mobilizes the knight, allowing it to control right on target. This is not the right idea. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move. Now white can't stop black from winning a pawn if they make the right moves. The rooks are coordinated and powerfully doubled on the file. This is a fair move. The knight is not as active as before on this square. This wins time by threatening a rook and forcing it to move away. This overlooks an opportunity to move a rook to safety. This is the only good move. This moves the bishop to a better location, allowing it to control more squares. This permits the opponent to win a tempo by threatening a rook. This is the only move that works. This avoids clear danger. This is the only good move. This wins a tempo, the clearly correct move for a threatened rook. This wins time by threatening a rook and forcing it to move away. There were worse moves, but also something much better. This overlooks a better way to centralize a knight so it controls more squares. This is an equal trade. Now white can't stop black from winning a pawn if they make the right moves. This overlooks a better way to defend a bishop that was under attack. This wins material. The knight finds a new active square. Capturing that rook wins a clear recapture. This pins a bishop, which restricts its mobility. The correct move to safety. This avoids clear danger. That's fine. Black's knight has moved to a square with greater activity and control. This moves the rook to safety. This blocks the attack on a pawn that could have been captured. After all captures, this is an equal trade. A straightforward recapture. This is the strongest option. Putting the queen on a blockade square. Very precise. A very strong play. The bishop finds a new active square. This is an equal trade. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. After all captures, a clear recapture. This defends the attacked pawn. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. This is the way to win a bishop. This move puts the bishop on a safer square. This wins material. This evades the check. Right on target. This move puts the pawn on a safer square. This threatens to checkmate the king.